Hey there party people, welcome back to another exciting clean with me on my channel. Today we are going to be taking on some deep cleaning, organizing, and other things around the house that need to get done. I promise to make it fun and we will get it all done together. In this video we'll be tackling a couple major areas of the house, the kitchen, the living room, and the best part is that I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite cleaning tools and hacks to make the process easier for everyone. Now, if you're someone who likes procrastinating cleaning, this video is perfect for you. You can sit back, relax, and let me guide you through the whole house cleaning experience. So without further ado, let's grab our cleaning supplies and get ready to tackle this mess together. Your house will thank you for it. I am so excited. More than a person should be about cleaning. Today is finally the day that we are going to be cleaning out the window, what are these called? The window tracks. I have never really deeply cleaned these and they have always been gross, but I bought something that I feel like is going to make cleaning them out so easy, and so I'm finally super excited about trying that out today. Woo. Let's take a closer look at what we're doing. Excuse me, ma'am. Britton just turned on. Dude, we don't even have HBO. It said it was rated mature. Just because you turned one, lovey. This is what we're dealing with. So gross. I could get a scrubber brush and just kind of get in there, but it's always just been tricky to get all the crevices, and I hate how the corners are always left kind of feeling a little icky. So I made, of course, a late night Amazon purchase. I think me and my new bestie are gonna be able to take this on today. Holy cow, that's so clean. So that is insane. That took me like 4 seconds. If I used a scrubby brush, that would have taken me so much longer. So we're gonna do the other side. Now you can kind of see, there you go. There's steamed versus unsteamed. Boom. This is a huge game changer and a time saver. Okay, not to sound like a commercial because this is not sponsored, but shout out to Bissell if you want to. For just $40, this little guy can sanitize your surfaces like nobody's business, and it's only using the power of steam. It comes with all sorts of attachments like a grout brush, a detail brush, a squeegee, which you'll see me use here in a little bit, but you have everything you need and you can take on so many different kinds of messes. So it's eco-friendly and there are no harsh chemicals required. This is definitely one of those tools that I'm using every week, and I think it's such a great deal for $40. So one of my most recommended, and I will put it in my description box along with the other things that I mentioned. And if you're ever wondering or looking for something, a product, they will all be linked down in the description box. It has been a crazy month social media wise for me, and it's awesome to see so many new faces around here. So for those of you who don't know me, I just want to do a quick introduction. I am a mom of 3 little girls, all under the age of 6, so they keep me pretty busy. When I am not busy packing lunches and driving back and forth, I'm creating content here from the comfort of my home. And you can find me here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, but usually you will find me at home. I'm a big homebody. So I'm sharing all things lifestyle, organizing, DIY, cleaning, and everything else in between, the real, good, bad, and moldy. My day-to-day life is a little bit of chaos and a decent amount of caffeine, and that's the way I like it. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you guys so much for the love and support. Your comments and your likes and your shares mean so much to me, and they are the reason that I get to keep doing what I'm doing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this journey with me. And if you are new, I'm so glad that you're here, and I can't wait to keep cleaning along with you. This was the first day that I was testing out the Bissell, so I kind of just bounced around and tried it out in every room. I tried that squeegee out in our shower, which only made me look forward to the day when we get to rip the shower out and redo it and get clean, smooth glass, because ours is the kind that has like the bumps. And well, I actually don't even know, does it have the bumps or if it just is just older. It's kind of goofy. But this did work really well on it. I like that I didn't have to scrub. I also found that it works really well on our sliding door in the back, our sliding glass door. I've used it on windows and the front door even. It's really great in so many different places. Moving along though, this is down in the playroom and I'm picking up after our 1-year-old for the most part. Our older girls are pretty good about picking up their stuff before we move on to something else or at the end of the day. But the 1-year-old is still working on that. So she likes to just explore the playroom. And if I'm working, we just let it happen. All right, another favorite cleaning tool, my favorite vacuum that I have and use daily, the DreamTech P10. I will link it down below. I think it's such a beautiful vacuum. I use this bad boy multiple times every day and it really hasn't let me down. It doesn't have the best battery life if you're using it on the full suction mode, but like I said, I'm whipping this out for little spurts throughout the day all the time or just like a single room at a time, so it's not too bad to just pop it back on the charger. I have it hanging in the laundry room. But not only is it a really powerful vacuum, it's so lightweight, and that's my favorite part. I got it when I was pregnant, so it was such a easy vacuum to use, and I love the design of it, and it just looks really nice. It's very aesthetically pleasing, but also it's a really good vacuum for the price point that it's at. I think it's in the 200s range. It's really reliable. For a brand I feel like you don't hear about a lot, it's a really good vacuum. Speaking of vacuums though, I have been testing out things over on TikTok, testing out new products, and one of the things I'm going to test out next is a new vacuum. That's one of the things I love about my job is that I get to try out new things and share them with you guys. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What vacuum, or maybe another cleaning tool, but specifically what vacuum do you want me to buy and try and give you the pros and cons of? That's something I want to start doing a little bit more of. So I have been researching vacuums for the past couple days, but I want to hear if there's one that stands out, kind of in the like middle range price zone, not too top of the line Dyson, please, but I want to do on that middle range. So leave that in the comments down below. And after I'm done vacuuming here in the room, I'm going along with another one of my new favorite things. This I've talked about a lot recently is the Clorox disinfecting mist. I love using it in this playroom, especially because it is free and clear of dyes and everything. So it is safe for kids, safe for pets. And the best part is that you just spray it and you leave it to dry. You don't have to wipe it up or anything. I will use that many times a day, but especially at night, I'll spray down the toys in here. Okay. This just came in for Emmy's room, so I'm excited I get to put this together for her. She knows about it, but I still think she's gonna be really surprised that it's here. This was a really fun day. This was a late birthday present that came in for Emerson. So I showed her a picture of it on her birthday, but we had to wait till I think it was the next day that it finally came in. I love doing things like this for the girls. She's obsessed with makeup and all things relating to princesses and all of that. So little vanity, a little spot where she can sit in the morning and get ready, ended up being the perfect 6th birthday present. I didn't realize when I bought it that it has lights on it that dim, so that was pretty cool. And I'm gonna put this together, take it upstairs, and get all the things that I got her on her birthday organized in here just to surprise her.
with an extra one too, which is nice.
I just finished filming it. Emmy is upstairs in the playroom, and I'm hoping I can sneak this by her and get it all set up in her room and organized before she notices. So cute. I'm gonna set it up for her now. I grabbed this little cup out of the bathroom. Hopefully these fit in here. Ew. That is adorable. I'm gonna die. She's gonna freak out. Turned out so cute. If you want to see a little bit of her reaction, I didn't film it here, but it is over on Instagram. With spring in full swing now, I'm moving my focus onto the living room and some of the areas that I haven't tackled yet, so some of the deeper cleaning that I've been putting off. And for me, that means giving my favorite sofas a little extra TLC. If you are a parent, you know all too well how quickly dirt, crumbs, and who knows what else can accumulate in your beloved couches. So I am armed here with my trusty Dream Tech P10 and my attachment. This is like the sofa attachment. And we're going to use some good old-fashioned elbow grease. Take these couches fully apart. I'm diving in head first, and we're going to give this a thorough cleaning. If you haven't cleaned your couches for the spring, highly recommend. There's just something about a freshly cleaned living room that brings a sense of calm and order to all of the chaos in life. So if you need some spring cleaning motivation, grab your vacuum, rip off those couch cushions, find your remote, and blast some music. Let's get to work. Let's talk about a lesser known but incredibly useful cleaning tool, the fabric shaver. I get a lot of questions on this, so I thought I would expand. If you're like me, you probably have a few favorite sweaters, blankets, pillows, or your sofa has seen better days, but over time, all these things get those annoying little balls of fabric called pilling, which make them look older and they make them look worn out. Enter the fabric shaver. This nifty little gadget has a rotating blade on it, so it gently just pulls those pesky little pills out and restores your fabrics to their former glory. I have had this fabric shaver and have been using it on everything in the house and also like on my leggings, anything that pills up, and it's been a game changer. It makes everything look fresh and new. If you are tired of pilling, ruining your favorite things, this is such a cheap and easy solution. These are they're less than $10 on Amazon. So I'll link the one that I ended up buying here. The one I'm using on this sofa is one that I've had for a very, very, very long time, and it actually finally broke as I was doing the sofa. So I start on the next sofa in the next day with a very quick overnighted Amazon fabric shaver. My white sofa. So as I'm putting this back together, you may notice something on the white sofa. When I decided to take the plunge and go for the white sofa, everybody warned me, what are you doing? You have children. But you know what? I still love them, and I think they are worth the aesthetic. Of course, I have learned different ways on how to clean them, and I think all couches are specific. This fabric is unique. And when I got these, I thought that you could take off the cushions, which you can remove them, but they need to be dry cleaned. So that's not something that I'm going to take the time to go do. I have been trying different ways to take care of them at home, and I've discovered a few cleaning methods that have been a good go-to. Both of these couches actually have water stains on them, meaning I removed whatever stain was there, but for whatever reason, a water stain was left behind. That's what the yellowing is. So first up on this bigger water stain over on the couch, I'm trying Full X, which is my go-to stain remover for just about everything. So I figured that it would work really well here. And then on the other side, just to compare the two, I wanted to use vinegar, which is what the internet suggested. I'm testing those both out here, and then I'm letting them dry to see which one worked better.
Okay, I'm back. I just consulted the internet, and the other option is to try vinegar. So this half will be the Full X. I'm gonna dab some vinegar on this cloth, try the other half, and then we can compare those two. Okay, it says to let it sit for 20 minutes.
I didn't go back with the vinegar. It said to keep doing it until the stain went away. But I felt like the Full X worked a little bit better. But ultimately, the steam shot is what got the stain out. I noticed that if I did the steam shot and then I dried it with a hairdryer, that was the best. It got rid of both of the stains on both of the couches. I just forgot to film it on here. If you want to watch the process, I put it over on my TikTok.
I did end up having to buy a new fabric shaver. The other one that I've had since I think before I got married, so it's had a good life. This one is rechargeable. Isn't that satisfying? All that came off the couch and now it's smooth. There's nothing pilling up.
As far as pilling goes, I like to do it maybe once a month, or just if I see a good amount of pilling, I'll do it. I don't feel like these couches actually pill up that much. I just like to stay on top of it. That is one of the things I've learned as a busy mom, is that keeping the house clean and tidy can be such a challenge. So between work and school runs and all of the other things, the never-ending stream of laundry, it's so easy for clutter to pile up and for cleaning to fall on the back burner. But I found that if I break down my cleaning tasks into smaller things, more manageable chunks, I am able to stay on top of things. For example, I like to set aside 15-20 minutes each day to tackle a specific cleaning task. So that's what you're seeing on this day, which is this couch cleaning. Whether it's wiping down the kitchen counters, sweeping the floors, or organizing just a specific cluttered area. I just did our junk area in the kitchen, our junk countertop. By breaking these down into the bite-sized chunks, though, I'm able to avoid feeling so overwhelmed and keep the home in a better shape without sacrificing all of my free time, although sometimes it feels like that. Another helpful tip that I found is to get the whole family involved in the cleaning process. That's not really a tip though, that's what should be happening. My kids might not love the idea of cleaning up, but I turn it into a game, specifically with laundry. We do something called laundry game, and I will turn on game show music and I act like the host, and they love it. They get so involved, and we'll do like sorting out, and I'll be like, welcome to laundry game. I'm your host, Mom. And the music just takes it to a whole new level. It's a great way to teach them the importance of taking care of their own living space and being responsible for their own messes and for some of their own things like their clothing. So at the end of the day, cleaning may not be the most exciting thing on our to-do list, but with a little bit of that creativity, a little bit of that fun, it makes it more manageable and enjoyable for them. Okay, I've included this in the past couple Saturday videos, and I've really been enjoying reading your comments. I feel like it's a really good way for us to connect about our weeks, since we are going through life together and going through cleaning together. And the girls and I do this every day. We share our highs and our lows, our peaks and our valleys, whatever you want to call it. And then I saw somebody in the comments last week say they also share their, I forget what you called it. It was a funny word. Highs and lows, and I'm going to say dinosaurs. I don't know. It wasn't that. It basically was like something funny or something crazy that happened. I'm going to go with lows so we end on a high note. Last week I talked about the fact that I have been trying to slowly taper off of my anxiety medication, which is a tricky one to do. It has so many side effects when you're coming down off of it. My brain does not feel nice. I'm a little bit nauseous. Got some headaches, and I'm on the week where you take it every other week, and it's the half pill. So I should be done and out and in the clear next week. I will say I feel like I have a lot more energy. One of the things I didn't love about it is that I felt like it made me more tired. But yeah, I'm still feeling the side effects of coming down off of it. So that's the low for the week. High for the week would be probably Britton taking her very first steps. She has been standing up and doing some walking, which is so crazy to see the last baby getting ready to be mobile. I mean, she's mobile, but she is getting ready to take off now. So that's been our high for the week over here in the Nunez house. And then as for the last thing, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, to edit these videos I have to pull an all-nighter, and then I'm recording my voiceover at 5 a.m. now, and I cannot think of anything else that happened during the week. So I'll get back to you on that one, but leave me a comment down below with your highs, lows, and dinosaurs, or whatever the word actually was. After finishing up the couches, I decided that I wanted to give this rug the best vacuuming that it's ever seen. It was up in our room for a little while before it came back down in the living room. I am a habitual rug switcher arounder, so I ended up vacuuming it twice with my daily vacuum, and then going to get our corded vacuum just to see how much more that would get up.
talked about this one in the basement cleaning. This is what we call the Mega Suck vacuum because it seems to have the most suction. So now that I've gone over this rug twice with my daily vacuum, this is empty. I want to see if it really does make a difference, like what else I can get up from it, and then I'll show you. And this is Bubby. This is Gilmore, the one who's making all the messes. Are you making all the messes, buddy? Someone said that maybe you don't really exist because they don't see you. That's because Gilmore likes to eat the vacuum when you're vacuuming, so he has to usually be in the other room. Okay, I'm gonna vacuum. Are you ready? Wow, we did get something. I wasn't sure I saw anything in there. Okay, so this was completely empty when we started, and I vacuumed this twice with the everyday vacuum. Here is, you can see like this swirl around here. And then there's a good amount of dust down here at the bottom.
Walking down to the basement sparked a chain of events where I just started seeing things on doors and walls that needed to be scrubbed off. So I'm taking the Dawn Power Wash and the Scrub Daddy if needed, and just finding any smudge or mark along the way. Okay, so I just thought of the extra thing that happened this week. I started on DIYing demoing in the bathroom downstairs. That's the half bath. Half bath downstairs is the project that we're working on. And Nick and I started taking that apart this week, and we took out the toilet. Nick took out the toilet, and we took out the mirror. Nick took out most of the mirror. And the room is basically empty now, except for all the wallpaper rippings on the floor from the day that I started it, and haven't gone back to ripping off the rest of the wallpaper. So that's interesting, but that is something that will be coming up on this channel, is that whole process of that bathroom. I'm excited to get to the fun part of it, but I do have to get myself through the wallpaper, which I've been taking your advice using the steamer on it. Again, another thing that steamer is great for, wallpaper removal, but it's just taking some time. So moving into the kitchen now, this is all on the same day. The girls and I were playing I Spy, so they were shouting things from the next room while they were having their snack, and I was putting away dishes. I was actually making my first loaf of bread ever. I got a Dutch oven, and my mom does this bread recipe that I really love, and so I was trying to make it at home myself. So I'm just picking up the kitchen before I get the bread in the oven, and I challenged myself to see how much cleaning in this kitchen by just staying in this room I could get done while this was baking. It had to bake with the lid on for a little while and then with the lid off for a little while. As much fun as cooking and baking is in the kitchen, cleaning up can be such a hassle. One of the areas that our family struggles with is dishes. We are a family of 5, so it feels like there is always a never-ending pile of plates and bowls and spoons and sippy cups and bottles to wash, dry, put away. Over the years, I've picked up a few tricks, or I've tried to make habits for myself to make the dishwashing process a little easier. First and foremost, I try to wash the dishes as I go, rather than letting them pile up in the sink, which is not working, you can see. But that's my goal. It just doesn't always happen. It takes a little bit of extra time in the moment, but it saves so much time and frustration later on. I hate getting to one day of the week and we are forced to do the dishes, which is, I feel like, what's happening here because it's so full in the sink. I really prefer to have everything in the dishwasher at the end of the day and running, so that way in the morning we can empty it out. Doesn't always happen, but that's what I like. So when it comes to washing dishes, I always start with the cleanest items first, such as glasses, plates, before moving them onto the dirtier things like pots and pans. I don't know why, that's just what I do. I also like to use Dawn Power Wash for the stubborn things. That's my go-to, my favorite, my holy grail. For wiping the countertops down, it really just depends on what the mess is. I'll use different things. I'll use my favorite Mrs. Meyer's scent kind of throughout the day, but if there's something that needs disinfecting, I like to grab a Lysol wipe or just a Lysol spray in a microfiber cloth. If there's something that's greasier though, and needs like a scrubbing with a Scrub Daddy, I'll go back to the Dawn Power Wash. So I've got everything there under the sink organized on a little turntable with basically my top 5 go-to things throughout the day to make it easier to grab my items and wipe up messes as they come. Here's another, if you don't have this product, then you would probably love it. This is the Scrub Daddy soap dispenser that you can get to go with it. You refill it with whatever soap that you'd like to. And then the cool thing about this one is that you can put your Scrub Daddy or a sponge, whatever sponge you have, press it on the top and the soap will come out the top and just automatically apply onto your sponge. But what I use it for most often is just picking it up and squeezing it because the soap also comes out the bottom. So that's one of my favorite things to have. It's pretty much the only thing that I usually have sitting out on the counter by the sink. I like a clean, decluttered area, but that is my go-to. I always use that thing. Okay, I am running out of time cleaning the kitchen up. The bread is almost done. Last thing I want to do is wipe down the cabinets, and then we are going to check on our bread and see how it turned out.
All right, I've got 11 minutes left. I need to cut this pineapple up before I forget about it again and it goes completely bad. And I need to water my little plant up there. Who wants to help me with the pineapple? Okay.
I just noticed that the girls were all excited to help me and then nobody helped me. That's because they ended up playing with Britton. Oh well. So I cut the pineapple up. It was very delicious and I was eating the core of the pineapple just so that it wasn't really going to waste. But I put all the scraps over in the Lomi, which is our food composter. That is pretty much a wrap on all the cleaning though. The bread is almost done and I will say it turned out delicious, especially for the first time I've ever made bread. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching and I hope you got some helpful tips out of this. I will link all the products that I mentioned down below. If you want to take in more content about homemaking, parenting, cleaning, organizing, what have you, hit subscribe. I am always here and I'm also over on all the other places, but feel free to share your own cleaning tips and hacks, tricks down below in the comments, and I'd love to try them out.
Look at that beautiful crispy bread.
Don't forget to drop me that vacuum if you have one that you've been wanting to see someone talk about. I'd love to try it out. So thank you guys so much for watching. Here's that crunchy bread cut up. It was beautiful. And I will see you guys next week. As always, happy cleaning.